Hello my dear students, how are you all? Look, I made a last topic video for topic halogen from periodic table chapter, and today I am teaching you halogen particularly. So first we see what they are and where they are located and what are their general physical and chemical properties and all the reasons which are associated with their physical and chemical properties. So let us begin with the position. The halogens are the elements of group 7A. So halogens are placed between oxygen family and just next to before noble gases. You see the extreme right position is for noble gases and the halogens are just neighbor of halogens, and by the group number we can also predict that they must be having 7 electrons in their valence shell. And one more thing you can study about their position is that they are classified in the non-metallic block. So you can expect the general chemical behavior of halogen is they are non-metallic elements. Okay, the next is the halogens are in a group of the periodic table consisting of 5 chemically related elements: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and astatine. So we are going to talk in general about the top 5 because they are naturally occurring. So it's better if you learn their symbols: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and astatine. Okay, the next, why they were called as halogens? Because something which is highlighting it's a special name, that every group of the periodic table is not assigned a special name. The word halogen means salt former. And when we see the general compounds or common compounds of halogen, they are mostly salts, and salts are formed with the halogen and the other partner is metal. So it was observed when they were started earlierly or initially that they are the elements which form salts. And the most common salt is sodium chloride. You see, chlorine is the halogen and it's making salt with sodium, which is a metal. The next thing, that they are very reactive elements and they cannot be found or they do not exist in the free state. Means naturally they are always found in their combined state in the form of salts or other compounds. So we see the reactivity is decreasing down the group. So we are finding the most reactive halogen on the top and the least reactive or the most stable among halogen is at the bottom. So why this is the trend and what are those factors which are supporting this trend will be discussed later on. First we enlist and understand the physical properties. As I explained you initially that they are non-metals, but the reactive non-metals. And the second thing we see, they are colored. Yes, elemental state of halogens are colored. Chlorine is the top, is found in greenish yellow gaseous state, but we find bromine in a brown color liquid. So color is getting darker as we are going from chlorine to bromine. And the next is again a shock for us that iodine is a deep color solid. So when we go down the group, not only the color is getting darker, but the physical state is also changing. The top elements are gaseous, the middle one is the liquid, and we can expect that going down the group will also be changing the physical state, and we can expect astatine as a solid because after iodine the solids are coming. The next thing, the very important fact which should be understood and remembered all the time, that halogens are the most electronegative elements of the periodic table, because the fluorine is sitting at the top. You know, the fluorine is assigned or given a value 4.0 electronegativity on the Pauling scale, and it's not fluorine, all the other halogens are having maximum electronegativity of their periods. So we have to consider this thing during when we will study the chemical properties. So we see not the color and the physical state, we can also study the trends of meltings and boiling points. As you see, when we go down the group, the melting points are increasing. Same is the trend for boiling points. So we can expect that the melting point or boiling point of some down element, for example of astatine. Suppose we don't know the melting point or boiling point of astatine, and we are asked to predict what can be the values. So by studying the group trend, that is, when we go down the group, the melting points and boiling points are increasing. So we should expect the halogen below iodine to have a melting point or boiling point greater than that of -7.2 and 58.5. So this trend will be helpful in deducing not only the physical properties, the colors, but also the melting and boiling points. Hope I explained the main reason. Okay, now we see, after discussing detailed physical properties, now we come on reactivity. The chemical reactivity is decreasing down the group. But why this is happening? Because whenever halogens react, they react by gaining electron to complete their octet. When I explained you the position of halogens in the periodic table, the group 7 elements having 7 electrons in their outermost shell, and the next group is noble gases which are having 8 electrons. So the general trend of halogen is to gain just one more electron to make its negative ion, and you know the gain of electron is called as reduction. So halogens prefer to reduce by gaining one more electron to form their stable anions, and when they gain one more electron, they become the reason for oxidation of the other species. So halogens chemically react by gaining one more electron. They reduce themselves but oxidize the other. This is the reason halogens are called as powerful oxidizing agents. And this reason will also be helpful in learning the electronic configuration of fluorine, chlorine, bromine, because they are having 7 electrons in the valence shell, and their expected behavior is just gaining one more electron to complete their octet to become stable. So this is why the gain of electron becomes easy for a smaller size halogen. But as down the group the size of the atom is getting larger, the gain of electron becomes difficult for a halogen. So the iodine and astatine cannot welcome the adjoining electron which is coming in its structure, because the nucleus is far located from the place where they are adjoining, and the gain of electron becomes very easy for smaller size halogens. So that is why the chemical reactivity is decreasing down the group. The next is, it's not the only thing which can be deduced. If we compare the chemical reactivity of halogens among the group, then we find the reactivity of fluorine is more than chlorine, bromine, iodine and astatine. So we see the top elements is higher in reactivity as compared to the lower elements. Okay, next thing we can see that when halogens react with another halogen, we study the displacement reactions. I have made a video on the general concept of chemical reactions in which so many types were discussed in detail with the help of examples, and I'm just about to display the link of that video lesson in the description box. You can see it. Okay, so in short, displacement reactions are the reactions in which a more reactive, just listen to my words carefully, that a more reactive atom or ion replaces or displaces or takes its place in its compound. So we see the chlorine is more reactive as compared to bromine, and bromine is in turn more reactive as compared to iodine. So we can expect from chlorine that it will be able to displace bromine and iodine, and we can expect from bromine that it will be able to displace iodine. It's just on the basis of comparative reactivity. So we see in this chart, we are just trying to explain you that chlorine is able to replace bromine and iodine, and bromine will be able to displace iodine. And we are very lucky when we study the chemical reactions of halogens, because chlorine, bromine and iodine, all three chemical species are colored. So when chlorine comes for reaction, it comes with that yellow-green color. When bromine comes for a reaction, it comes in its reddish brown color. And when iodine is produced in some chemical reaction, we can trace it because iodine is deep purple or violet in color. So we will be seeing the color changes during their displacement reactions. So we study them particularly with an example in which chlorine water is added in a compound of chlorine with potassium, that's potassium chloride. Then the same chlorine water is coming to react with potassium bromide, a compound of another halogen, bromine. And when chlorine water is reacting with a compound of iodine, that is potassium iodide. Now we see the color change will help us to predict the chemical reaction happening. If the color is changing, means the reaction is going on, progressing, and if we are not able to trace any color change, we will say no reaction is going on. So we see the chlorine will be the same in first case. We will not be getting any color change. But when chlorine reacts with potassium bromide, yes, the reaction is possible because chlorine is replacing bromine from its compound and making its own compound. Similarly, the color change will be chlorine was before reaction, it was yellow-green color, but as the bromine is released in the medium, in the test tube, the color change will be to orangish or light brown. And same chlorine is reacted with potassium iodine to release iodine. It will be displacing iodine from its compound, and iodine will be released in the test tube. And as you see, iodine is violet in color. We will be finding the color change. The color will get darker. Same, you can study the reaction of bromine with potassium iodide, because bromine is higher in reactivity as compared to iodine. So simply bromine replaces or displaces iodine from its compound, makes its own compound, and iodine is liberated. So few more things are related to this chemical reaction, that these reactions, in fact these displacement reactions of halogens, are redox. Another video is made on redox reactions, and I'm just about to put the link of that in the description box. Okay, so shortly I tell you that redox reactions are those reactions which are studied in terms of gain and loss of electrons during the chemical change. And now you see the chlorine is in the zero oxidation state because it is in the elemental state. But when we see the oxidation state of potassium bromide, potassium is in positive 1 state because alkali metal, group 1 metal, and bromine is in negative 1 oxidation state. So the conversion of chlorine into chloride is only possible when chlorine gain electron to form its anion. So this chemical reaction is reduction. So chlorine is said to be reduced. But when we see the change of oxidation state with bromine, before reaction bromine was -1, and by losing electron it's turning into oxidation state 0 because bromine is released in the elemental state, neutral state. So this reaction is oxidation. So the gain of electron is called as reduction and the loss of electron is oxidation. So that is why this reaction is called as a type of redox reaction. And we can see that chlorine is in higher reactivity series. So chlorine is more reactive as compared to bromine, and chlorine is going under reduction, becomes the reason of oxidation of a lower reactive bromine. So chlorine has gained electron, it is reduced to chloride ions, and bromide ions have lost electrons. They oxidize to become the reason of reduction of a higher reactive chlorine. This is not the only reaction, but you should be able to write the chemical reaction for the displacement of bromine, the displacement of iodine, and the displacement of iodine in case of bromine. So you just try to practice 3 chemical equations for these displacement reactions, and not only the chemical reactions, you also try to highlight the reduction and oxidation, and you should be able to predict the color change of this chemical reaction. So I have explained all the points which are frequently asked in MCQs and in short questions, and still if there is some point to be discussed, you can ask me in the comment box or you can contact me. Okay, I'm leaving you with the hope that now you become proficient in solving the questions from topic halogen from your past papers. Just try solving them. I'm leaving you with a wish. God bless you. Take care.